Mic on. Good morning. Welcome to Calm Confident Woman Studio. My name is Regina. And today, for our core connection, we are going to focus on exercises that strengthen the core, specifically for anyone who might be addressing spinal stenosis. So, if you will, go ahead and grab some place that you can be on the mat or on the floor. If you don't have a yoga mat and you have a hard floor, then put out some blankets or something just so you have some support or some cushion more so than support, but so that you're not just on a hard surface. All right, let me move over to the mat and we will begin. If it's important for you to have music, then please put on your own calm music. So something like spa music. There are actual playlists for yoga and meditation, etc. So anything of that nature will be good. All right, so we are going to begin lying on our back, just like we do for typical core connection classes that are designed around the program by a physical therapist that we use. It's a good place to warm up the body and get started. So bend your knees, roll on down, and take a moment to shift and wiggle through the hips, the shoulders, find the room that your body needs. And then settle into stillness for a moment. Maybe you bring one or both hands onto the belly and feel the rise and fall of the belly as the breaths come and go. So, our core is the connection for so much within our body. We really want to be in tune with it and feel that um, ability to recognize when the body is communicating anything to us around our core. All right, so we're moving into the breath here. We want to take one fist, slide it right between the chin and the chest, and we want the hand to just fit, no extra spaces or gaps between the fist and the rest of the body. This brings the neck into the alignment that we need and are looking for. You can always double check this at any time in your practice. Guide the shoulder blades down your back and pull them in toward your spine. And then we're going to inhale, fill up the belly warm and wide. When we exhale, we're going to let the pelvis tilt up. So it's like you're bringing your hip bones closer to your rib bones, your ribs. And so this will create kind of a bowl shape in the deep abdominal muscles. You may or may not notice it on the surface, but it's really irrelevant. What we are working with are the deep core muscles that are underneath everything that might be above it. All right, so getting deep into the belly. And this is the muscle control that and the strength that allows us to walk, to be upright in our torso, to maintain a lot of our independence. And we're also working into the pelvic floor, so we're supporting pelvic floor health as well. We'll keep the knees bent and the feet flat. Knees are about hip distance apart. Toes are traveling toward the end of your mat. So we'll take an inhale and then we'll tilt the pelvis and we'll exhale for 6, 5, 4. Draw navel toward the floor. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, expand. Exhale, tilt the pelvis, feel the low back connect to the mat. Keep breathing out. Another 4, 3, 2, 1. Two more times. Fill up. Exhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Exhale for 6, 3, 2, 1. And then come back to neutral and just take a few natural breaths. So this is awakening and making that connection with the deep, deep core that we want for our health, our wellness, for our calm confidence, for our independence. All right, you can do the next set exactly where you're at. You don't have to shift. However, if you'd like a little more and a little more effort with it, lengthen your legs. Make sure your back feels comfortable here. If it doesn't, then you might want to keep the knees bent. All right. So everything stays the same. The chin is a fist distance from the chest. Shoulder blades are down and pulled in. We will take our inhale. As we exhale, we'll reach out through our heels. This will move our knees closer to the ground. And also, we want to tilt the pelvis just a bit, looking for the low back to make contact with the ground. Fill up warm and wide. And exhale for 6, 5, 4. Reach through your heels. 2, 1. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And 2 more. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. And then come back to your natural breaths. Notice the energy, the sensations in the body. When you're ready and no rush, move at your pace. Bend your knees, lift your hips, lengthen your tailbone, and lower the hips again. Let the feet step wide and let the knees move side to side. So just a little reset here. And, and then we'll bring the legs or the feet back in line with the legs. Hug the right leg into the chest. Give it a good squeeze. Circle through your ankle. Other direction. This might be your snap, crackle, and pop asana. Wiggle your toes and then slowly extend your foot into the air. No need to fully lengthen the leg. We're just creating some space in the back of the leg. And then we'll bend and straighten. And you might find a little more room each time you extend through the leg, just continuing to find what feels right for you. All right. From here, hug the leg in and really feel that stretch in the back of in the glutes and in the glutes. That's what we'll focus on here. So stretch it in, feel your low back press down to the ground. Good. And now we'll take the ankle over the left thigh. Feel free to stay right here, or you might like to guide the left knee over the hip. Make sure you brace through the belly if you are lifting that leg. So that means you want to draw the pelvic floor up a bit, scoop the belly a little bit so that navel moves toward the spine and the low back makes more contact with the ground. So when you're ready, if you want to bring that leg up, go for it. You can use your hands to support the leg. You can have a hand on each side of the left thigh. Flex your ankles here. So this would be pointed and this is hanging out. Toes toward the shins is flexion. You can use just your left hand to draw the left leg in and the right hand to help keep pressing the right leg away. A couple of more breaths. And then we will exhale down, unwind, hug the leg in, and then lift it and give it a good shake and bring it down. Second side, inhale, left knee comes into the chest. Hold it for a moment. Circle through the ankle. Keep breathing. You don't need to hold your breath here. Other direction. Wiggle your toes. Good. All right. Slowly extend the leg, finding a little room in the back of the leg, and then bend again. Extend and bend, and again. Good. Couple of more. And then we'll bend and hold. So this is stretching the back of the hips and into the glutes. Low back has contact with the ground here. So let it release down. And then we'll cross left ankle over right thigh. You can stay right here, just pressing the left leg away, or brace, support through the abdomen, and guide the right knee over the hip. And then again, you can use both hands to draw the leg in, or you can, and if you do, you would just use the elbow of your left arm to keep the left leg away from the torso, or you can use your left hand on the left leg, right hand on the right leg. Ankles flex. And then we will exhale the right leg back down if that's in the air. Draw the left knee in, add the right. Good squeeze here. And then allow the legs to circle in the air. Now you can let the knees stay connected and circle together, or you can circle them individually away from and toward one another. Find what works for you. So you're just giving your low back a little massage and then switch the direction. Good. And then we'll set our feet back down. Take a moment, feel your body. Notice your connection with the earth. All right. Going into a cross pattern. So we're going into dead bug, which is going to mean that your arms are in the air, your legs are in the air, and you're going to support through that belly. We're keeping the chin fist distance and the shoulders down. We're going to move the right arm and the left leg away. You don't have to go very far, but go to the point that is comfortable and available for you. Your low back stays in contact with the ground, and then we'll inhale back up. So let me make a little adjustment here so I have more room. All right. Navel to spine, keep the chin fist distance, the shoulders down, pull them in. We're going to lower the right arm and left leg toward the floor. You do not have to come to the floor, just reach. Navel to spine, bring the body or the arm and leg back up. And then we'll switch sides and back up. Exhale to extend. Keep pressing the back to the floor. Navel to spine. Inhale up. Other side and up. Good. You could also do this with bent knees if you want that option. So try them on. Find the one that feels like it's the safest and most available for you. And keep it going. This cross pattern using opposite arm and leg is great for the mind as well as for building that stability through the core. Good. Let's go for last 4 sets. So here's 1, still 1. All right, here's 2, 2, 3. Exhale for the extensions. Inhale back up. Last one each side. Good. All right, bring the arms down, the legs in. Take just a moment. Maybe set the feet and pause. You might feel the warmth, the strength, the effort, the moving energy in your abs. Very good. All right, we're going into some bridge work. Is that right? Yes. And with this bridge, we are going to add the pelvic tilt. So before I bridge, remember when we first started, we were doing our pranayama, our breath work. We had the long neck with the chin just a fist distance from the chest, shoulder blades are pulled in and down. And as we exhaled, we were tilting the pelvis, right? So that tilt we want to have with our bridge as well. So find your alignment, bring the arms down alongside you, wiggle, shift, find the room you need. Going to press into the feet, lift the hips, and as you do, tilt the pelvis. So you're thinking about bringing the hips closer to the ribs, and then we'll go back down. Ooh, I'm getting a little cramp in my hamstring there. Guess it's time to roll them out. Here we go. Press into the feet. Inhale, hips up. Tilt the pelvis up. And then take the hips back down. Press up. Tilt and lower. And we're going to keep that going. The inhale brings the hips up. As you exhale, tilt the pelvis. Keep that tilt as you bring the hips back down. So this tilt, you'll notice, helps to lengthen the tailbone toward the back of the calves. And that's what we want. It creates more room in the low back and it keeps you safer. Let's go for 5, 4, tilt, take it down. Try not to let the knees move out. Keep them in place. 2, 1 more. We're going to lift, tilt, and hold. Keep pressing through the feet. Activate the back of the legs. Glutes will be somewhat engaged, but really focus on tilting the pelvis. Feel the hamstrings engage. And then lower. Very nicely done. Gently bring your legs in one at a time, lengthen into the air, give it a little shake, little movement in the ankle, bring it back. Other side. Slow extension. We don't want to pop any tendons. So be gentle and slow. Be mindful. Hug the legs in. Set the feet down. Good. A little sway of the legs side to side. And then extend the legs. Take a full body stretch. And come back. Very nice, y'all. All right, we are moving on. So let's ease the body up, find your way up. And we're coming to hands and knees for tabletop pose. In tabletop, we're going to first neutralize our spine. And let me give you some alignment cues here. We want the wrist either forward of or under the shoulders. Fingers are spread wide, and you want, pardon me, to make sure you press into the space under the thumb, index, pinkies, and in the outer corners. Okay, so this is where you want to anchor. You can always have blocks under your hands if you would like. Let me make sure I have room here. Yeah. All right, so navel to spine. Take a breath or two here in a neutral spine. Actually, let's flow through a couple of cat-cows. So when you next exhale, round the spine into the air, stretch out the spine. On an inhale, let the tailbone roll up, roll through the spine one vertebra at a time, lengthen and open through the front of the body. Good. And one more time. Exhale, round out, lift up, and then flow into cow. Just notice how your body feels and come to neutral. All right. So keeping the neck in neutral, right? You can take a fist, slide it right between your chin and chest. This is the alignment you want for your neck. And then keeping the gaze toward the ground, neck stays long, shoulders are not by the ears. Ease them down the back, pull them in toward the spine. Navel toward spine, pelvic floor up. Extend the right leg. Take a moment, rock through the foot a few times. And then we want to linger with the hips over the left knee or the left hip over the left knee. From here, inhale, lift the right leg straight up. So we're not trying to go above the hip level. We're just coming out from the hip. Now, this might be your bird dog. You might choose to stay here, or if you have it available, extend your left arm. When you extend an arm, you want the thumb to reach toward the ceiling and perhaps the fingers softly into the palm. This is Muradanda Mudra. Here in our neck of the woods, we also call it Gigam Mudra because it is the Aggie symbol. But you can call it whatever you prefer. Thumb in the air, fingers soft, this into the palm. This helps with spinal alignment. Holding for another breath in and exhale down. When you're ready, left leg extends, tuck the toes, take a little rock forward and back. And then align the hip over the knee, navel to spine. Maybe check that distance between chin and chest if you have moved your neck. And then leg extends straight out from the hip. Check in with your core, make sure you're connected. Maybe the right arm extends, thumb in the air, and fingers softly into the palm. Keep pressing into the corners of the left hand. That's stabilizing, especially under the index finger. And then we will exhale down. Really important to be grounded into those 4 points of your hand, most especially the knuckle under the index fingers. Here we go. Switching sides. Send the right leg back. Extend, maybe add the left arm. Hold for another breath. Really press the earth away to lengthen the spine. And exhale down. As you're ready, switch sides. Exhale down. Good. And switch. Inhale for the extension. Stay here to breathe. Exhale down. Inhale, extend. Push out through your heel. Exhale down. One more on each side. Exhale. And last one. Exhale. Very nice. Go ahead and let the knees move toward the outer edges of your mat. Shimmy the hips back. Lay the body down. Take a couple of breaths here in a child's pose just to release and reset. When you're ready, ease your body back up. Bring the knees underneath you. And if your knees feel a little tight, just take the foot, the leg long, press the foot back, letting the blood flow, and open up the energy. Right. Let me see where we're going next because I don't remember. Oh, yes. So we're going to come onto our back and we're going to do straight leg raises. So with these straight leg raises, you have a um, point and flex through the toes. All right, so we're laying on our backs. All right. You can keep the left leg bent so you have more stability. You can lift the right leg. Flex the ankle. So that means bring the toes toward the shin. And keep that chin fist distance from the chest, shoulders are down and in. So from here, we're going to exhale the leg toward the floor. It doesn't have to come all the way down. Come to your point of comfort and ability. Keeping the low back in contact with the mat. Then we point the toe, sweep the leg back up. Exhale down, inhale up, flex down, point up. Exhale. Inhale. 4 more. 2 and 1. Good. And then bring the leg in, set the foot down. Inhale, left leg into the air, flex the ankle, exhale down, inhale to point and sweep up. Exhale, inhale, flex, point, flex, point, navel to spine, keep the low back down. Four more. 2, last 1, and bring it in. Good. Both knees can come in. Take any movement, any wiggles. Set your feet. Take a moment. Just connect. We never want to rush the process. We want to stay mindful through the whole practice. All right, we're coming onto the side. So let's start on your left side. Bend your bottom leg. This will give you more stability. Your top leg will bend. Oh, you're coming into a quad stretch. So just take the foot into your hand and reach the knee toward the end of your mat. And then release. Oops. All right. Grab a block if you have one. It's not required, but it does help you with your stability. And this is not specifically spinal stenosis, but it is part of our core work. So I'm going to go ahead and add it. We have plenty of time for that. Flex the ankle here. All right. Keep your arm right into your ribs. And we don't want the upper body to shift. Keep the shoulders stacked and down your back. You can check the distance between chin and chest. Here we go. We're going to kick this leg forward, the top leg, for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Center the leg, kick straight back for 6. Ooh, I need a little more room. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Center the leg, turn the toes up, circle back for 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Circle forward 6, 3, 2, 1. And bend the knee. Good. Take just a moment. And then press the body up and let's switch sides. So we will start with that quad stretch and then we'll add the kicks. All right. So bottom knee bends for stability. Top leg bends, bring the foot to the hand and then reach the knee away. Keep the shoulders down your back. And then release. Good. All right. Stack shoulders, stack hips, bring in your block if you're using it. Keep the forearm right into the hip bones there so the upper body stays stable. Flex through the ankle. We kick forward for 6, 5. Working deep core. 3, 2, 1. And kick it back for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Turn the toes up, circle back 6, 2, 1. Other direction. 2 and 1. Very good. Come on up to seated for a moment. Let the legs stay in that zigzag. Just a nice gentle stretch. Ooh, we are actually over time. All right. So our last exercise here for strengthening the core is Superman's. So come all the way to your abdomen and you can do just upper body or just lower body. Reach the arms and reach the legs. Inhale, extend. Exhale down. Still keeping the chin fist distance from the chest. Take it down. 3 more. 1 more. Exhale down. Very good. Bend the knees, switch the feet in the air for a moment, and then bring the feet back down, legs in line. Ease the body up and make your way to a seated position. Good. Thank you so much for joining me for this core connection with a focus on support for spinal stenosis. If you have any questions, reach out. Your comments are always appreciated. Alrighty, and I will see you. We're getting ready to go straight into yoga, gentle yoga. And then remember, we have all types of classes here, weight training, we have cardio, the core connection, yin yoga, gentle yoga, everything designed for the mature woman who is in those midlife years, who wants to stay strong and independent, but might need a little support in staying there without injury or accommodate any current injuries or limitations. So it's always a pleasure to share these with you. And then quickly, we have our midlife, mindful midlife series. If you'd like that, it's a complimentary series all about things we can do for mental wellness. And we also have multiple videos. We go live on YouTube once a week. So go over there and check out the content regarding thriving after menopause. All right, we'll see you again soon. Share us with your friends. Bye-bye.